Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to talk to you about one of the newer, I don't know if it's the absolute newest collection from Zara, but it's definitely new-ish. When I saw that Zara was doing a vanilla collection, you know I want to check it out. I love vanilla and I am not the most up to date with everything that Zara comes out with. They tend to do a lot of dupes, which can be really nice if you're looking to find a similar scent profile to something out there for a definite cheaper price, but I'm just not in Zara stores enough to like really sniff them and smell them, and I tend to not just blind buy them even though they're pretty inexpensive, but I decided to break that because of this vanilla collection. So these literally came in yesterday and I definitely have some thoughts. I wanted to get this up because I feel like, I haven't watched tons and tons of videos, but the little bit I've seen here and there, I felt like, ooh, I gotta get on this. I don't want them to sell out. Like one of the ones that I thought I would like the most and the one I decided to get a big bottle of, I was like, you know what? I don't want this to sell out. I'm gonna get the big bottle of the one from people that I feel like have a similar scent taste to me, and that was Supreme Vanilla. And baby, do I have some thoughts. So I thought I would just review these for you and kind of just let you, know my opinion, put a little my 2 cents out there into the universe and let you guys know what I'm thinking in case you were wondering about these perfumes. Just starting off from the beginning, I think you need to smell these in person because I'm kind of shocked by what I actually ended up liking and what I ended up really not liking. Yeah, so we're just gonna get into it. The big bottle retails for $35.90. I really love the packaging and even the bottle itself. This is what the Red Temptation was in, like this type of bottle. Not the same coloring, but same size. It's a 2.71 ounce or 80 ml and it retails for $35.90, or you can do these smaller bottles, which again, I think look really nice. Same with the packaging, it looks really classy for $17.90. This is 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce. So those are just some prices, just to let you guys know. We're gonna start with the one I was the most excited for. I was Supreme Vanilla. I had heard that this smelled kind of like by the fireplace, a smoky kind of vanilla, a more thick, rich vanilla. Okay, I'm sold. By the fireplace is one of my favorite scents. And I did look at the notes, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot until this got to me. I sprayed it and initially I was like, man, I'm a genius. Yes, I got the big size of the one. That was good. Yeah. Then you let it dry down for just a second, okay? And the ink note starts creeping in, guys. There's an ink note in here and you definitely smell that, okay? Before you get the ink note though, it's a really sugary, kind of fluffy, but still rich vanilla to me. I get the vibes of like kind of Bianca Latte, if I'm being honest, like a little bit of that. I get almost a milkiness from this, but it's very sugary, very sweet, like literally one of my perfect vanillas. If only this didn't have the ink note, I would be beyond obsessed with this. Beyond obsessed with this. That all being said, once the ink note sets in, if you know it's ink, you're like, okay, maybe like a little Sharpie, the stink of a Sharpie. I like the smell of a Sharpie. So if it was that really like piercing kind of, almost like an alcohol smell, ethanol kind of ink note, then I'd be down. But this has more of a stink to it. It's kind of like once that sharpness has died away of the ink note, that's what you're getting. But really, if I didn't know it was ink, what I'm getting from this is spit. I get a little bit of spit. I get a nasty grandpa spit. I'm sorry to the grandpas, but this grandpa specifically has like, maybe smokes a little bit and his spit is a little stale, a little smoky, and it's on your skin, okay? That's what I get. To me, it's there on the strip. It's there on my skin, especially. I really don't like it on my skin, and it sucks because around it is a beautiful vanilla. But what's actually on my skin, it's so hard to get over, is that spitty, kind of gross. It almost smells ambery, like the way some ambers can smell on my skin. It smells like spit, specifically Ellis Brooklyn's Super Amber. I really like that perfume, but it smells like spit on me. So this smells like such a great vanilla with Super Amber from Ellis Brooklyn and spit, and it's just too much. I will say it dies away eventually. Once we get into like the deeper dry down, maybe like an hour, maybe 2 in, the spit has softened enough where I'm really not picking it up as much, but I can't do the in-between. I can't wait that long, to be honest. So unfortunately, Supreme Vanilla is not for me at all. I don't get a rubberiness. I don't get a smokiness. I literally get ink, I guess, or spit, ink or spit, and it's just a little too much for me. That all being said, I'm telling you I don't like this. Well, I partially like it and partially like literally hate it. Like it's unwearable to me, but I will say I still love that they did an ink note. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's really unique. It does make this a very unique vanilla. So I just wanted to warn anyone who had maybe heard this was like a delicious gourmand vanilla, like, oh my gosh, so sweet, because it has a sugar note, it has vanilla, it has cedar in it, but I really do think the ink note just comes through a little too much. Not worth it. I love that they took a risk, but obviously I'm kind of okay with a simple vanilla in a lot of ways, but I could see, you know, way more expensive brands doing something like this. So in that way, for $35.90, you know, it's still a good price overall. I don't know about how long this would wear because I didn't do like a full-on day wear test. I'm telling you, once I smelled it on the strip, I knew we got to keep this contained. We got to keep this together. So I don't know about how long this is going to wear, but again, for the price, I don't usually expect too much longevity, but that's my experience with Supreme Vanilla, okay? I can't get over the spit. I can't do it. Smells like stale spit on me. Grosses me out a bit. But the other parts of it are really, really good. Okay, that's a Supreme Vanilla review. And I'll just get into the other one that I also didn't like, unfortunately. This is Starlight Vanilla. Based off of notes, this is another one I thought I would enjoy more. It has obviously vanilla, it's almond, it's a lavender, there's some amber and some silk, okay? Tell me why all I get is diaper bag. All I get is diaper wipes. It is very soapy in the way that wipes are, if you know what I'm talking about. It just definitely has that kind of like, I can picture this like puffy plastic that's been wiped down with a wipe. Like it is so much that. I never get something sweet. I never get something cozy. I don't really even get something like almondy or nutty. And I think it's a lot of the lavender. I don't know. I'm assuming it's the lavender. I don't really know what's doing it, but it is just too much, too soapy. It just is too almost astringent, and I just feel like I never get past, it's too literal of a diaper bag for me and my nose and like my experiences. So this one is a no from me, and I was hopeful I would really love this too because I love Goddess from Burberry, which is a vanilla lavender scent, but that one is way more sweet, way more fluffy. This one is very just like soapy. And I'm telling you, it just smells like baby wipes, a diaper bag, all of that. That's what I get from this, and I really dislike it. It's kind of powdery, but kind of soapy. Not for me. Not for me. Not the one for me. So those two were busts for me. The last two in the collection, these are the two I didn't think I would like the most, and they are the ones that I enjoy the most from the line. I would say my favorite is Vanilla Vibration. For me, I get almost like a softer, more vanillic, sweeter, almost like Le Labo Santal 33, something like that. There really aren't any woods necessarily in here, but there's just something about it. This has notes of vanilla. It has a spicy cardamom going on, which I really enjoy. There's iris in here, papyrus in here, violet, orange blossom, and I just think it's really nice. I think the spice plays well with the florals that are in here. They add a nice sweetness. The vanilla kind of softens it all together. It feels feminine, but still strong. I quite like this one. Now, if I smelled this in store, would this be something I felt like I needed to add to my collection, I needed to buy? I'm not sure about that, even though it's my favorite from the line. I still don't know if I would have picked this up had I smelled it in store and were making my decision on the spot. I don't think it would have got me like that. But what's so interesting is like, depending on how like, I guess much I was perceiving or like being aware, smelling this initially, I would have been like, oh, that smells so good. And I hope that they wouldn't have been able to check me out fast enough to get this actually purchased because again, once that spit sets in, oh my gosh, scary. Anyway, I really quite like this one. And again, even though there's no woods in here, I mean, maybe it's the papyrus, I still get something akin to Le Labo 33, but more vanillic and more soft and a little spicy. It's good. I think it's pretty dang good. The last one here, Hypnotic Vanilla. I've heard this being compared to Hypnotic Poison from Dior. I am not really familiar with that line specifically. specifically. I know a lot of people love it. I find the few times I have smelled that fragrance to be quite powdery, and I don't always love a powdery vanilla or just a powdery fragrance in general. And this one's definitely a little powdery in the top, but I really find that it warmed up nicely on my skin. This smells like a designer perfume to me, so in that way I feel like price-wise it's really a good value. I can see this being a lot of people's favorite, or really a lot of people enjoying this fragrance. This has bourbon vanilla, caramel, jasmine, moss, and apricot blossom, so there isn't even any like almond noted in here. So again, I just don't think I'm the best person to tell you if this is like the dupe for that, because I'm not familiar enough with Hypnotic Poison. But I do think if you like designer fragrances and you want something that's vanilla heavy, nice and sweet, but still has some florals in there, still is a little bit powdery, I definitely think this is one to check out, and I thought it was pretty good. I didn't have any problems with it. Again, if I smelled this in store, would it have been good enough for me to want to buy it? I'm still not sure about that, but these two were definitely my favorite, Vanilla Vibration and Hypnotic Vanilla. And unfortunately, Starlight Vanilla and Supreme Vanilla were pretty big fails, like pretty unwearable in general for me personally and my tastes. Again, everyone's so different, so I just highly suggest going in store and smelling them if you can. Of course, I'm not telling you what to do. If you want to blind buy them, do your thing, do whatever you want with your money. And it is nice that these are more affordable, but yeah, definitely a different experience than I thought I was gonna go into. Again, I'm so torn. I'm partially so bummed that this doesn't work better for me. I really wanted it to. Supreme Vanilla was the one. It was supposed to be Supreme for me. So super bummed for that, but also kind of cool to get something a little bit different. And I'd love to know which one out of these, if you've smelled them, is your favorite. What are your thoughts on Supreme Vanilla? Does that ink note work for you? Are you loving the ink note? Is it giving you just something different enough to make it unique and special? Do you pick up on spit? I don't know. I just got that exact same smell. I'm surprised there's not amber in there, because it's like the same smell to me. But regardless for how disappointed I am, I can't lie that there's something about it having a unique note that makes it kind of fun to me. So that's my review of the Zara Vanilla line. I'd love to know any of your guys' thoughts on these perfumes. What did you think? Which one is your favorite? Let us know down below. I really hope this video could be helpful if these were some perfumes you were looking at, but I'm gonna go. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.